Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, things escalate in the Korean Peninsula area, and that is the North Korean leader, Woodchuck, threatens United States with attacking their spy planes or drones. Now, probably he tries to copy now Russia in the Black Sea and in Syria. I have no doubt, I'm 99% certain that North Korea will shoot down US drones. They're not going to harass them, they're going to shoot them down. And I don't know about the spy planes, but drones, I don't want to say 100%, but 99% certain North Korea will shoot them down if they can, and they can. I mean, it's not a big deal to shoot down a drone. Drones are slow and all that. So let's see what's going on here with threatening woodchuck. You don't want to be threatened by a woodchuck. You know what I mean? Bloomberg. North Korea threatens to shoot down US spy planes. So this is from July 9th, 2023. North Korea accused US spy planes of violating its airspace and threatened to shoot them down, ramping up tensions. So who's ramping up tensions here? Just before NATO leaders meet this week in Lithuania for their annual summit. Now, I don't know if really the US spy planes violated its airspace, but they're not the ones ramping up if that's the case. So it's either the planes did violate or did not. Let's say they did. If they did, then it's not North Korea ramping up tensions, but the violating planes are ramping tensions, that's which is United States. Alright, so from the very beginning, Bloomberg is a weasel. Now, if the planes did not violate and these guys are threatening, it's like, merely I tell you, hey, if I go to the store and I want to buy a loaf of bread, I will pay for it. Basically, that's what this guy says. If those guys are entering, we're going to shoot them down. I mean, remember what the US did with the balloons and other objects flying over Canada. So Canada called the Americans to go and shoot their little thing over Canada. Like the Canadians don't have fighter jets. I wonder why. And I wonder why not the Americans had the Canadian Air Force go and shoot down the balloons and other things over the Huron Lake. Remember that one? Oh my, I had to interrupt this. I was losing my freaking voice. I don't know what's going on. When I used to watch certain movies and I saw some media analysts or people showing up and having their own channels and so on, and they were spraying something in their mouth, I was like, what the hell is all that about? What, to smell good or what? You're by yourself. Or what, to open the... And now I'm like... What the hell? Talking too much? Yeah, I know some people might think I do that, but hey, what do you want? Free speech. So let's go back to this one here. So we have North Korea. I lost my thread of thought. So let's say it's just merely a statement on if you're going to do this, I'm going to do this. The US should not be surprised about that one. Obviously, they will do the same thing as they did. They invited the Canadian Air Force to come and blow from the air the balloon over the Huron Lake, which it didn't happen. It was the Americans. First shot missing, then second one hitting, 50% accuracy. Great job. And they want to fight the Russians. All right. So let's move on and see what the woodchuck has to say here. So yeah, someone is ramping up tensions. A spokesman for the North Korean Defense Ministry said the US was engaging in, and I'm quoting, the most undisguised nuclear blackmail, end quote, by planning to bring a nuclear-armed submarine to the peninsula and conducting hostile espionage activities by flying spy planes off its east and west coast, the Korean Central News Agency reported Monday. Well, I don't think only the North Korean authorities should be concerned about this nuclear-armed submarine coming in the area, but also Japan and South Korea, which will be defenseless. So again, the US is going to fight someone far away. You can't hit me, only I can hit you. It's like in boxing with the jab. That's the whole purpose. I keep you at a distance, I cause damage. Not very much damage, I don't know, I'm not going to knock you out, just keep a jab. Pop, pop, pop. And you can't even, you just go around, and if you jump like Mike Tyson, pop, pop, duck and jump, just pop, get your head off, and pop, pop, get your head off, and that would be it. Unless you really jump in, like Mike. So in this case, obviously, if these guys bring a nuclear submarine in the peninsula area, these guys have nuclear weapons. Japan and South Korea will be Ukraine, even worse, because North Korea will use nuclear weapons. I am 99% certain they will use them. I mean, what else they have? And guess who's going to be the first target? Not that submarine, not the United States of America, which they hardly can hit. Well, and they don't have the, they can send 300 missiles coming towards the United States of America. We'll send 1 or 2, which could be detected before and shot in the air, before they even reached the coast. So they're going to be the guys around that support to be protected by the, they want to be protected by the big guy. But big guy is going to have no damage. And in the meantime, all 3 of you will be sinking. Blah, 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 blah. The peninsula and the insula. All right, let's go in and see what else is going on here. North Korea claimed that drones and spy planes flew for 8 straight days along its coasts, with aircraft violating its airspace. And you wait 8 days for that? Is that how much you wait? No. There is no guarantees, I'm quoting, that such shocking accident as downing of a U.S. Air Force strategic reconnaissance plane will not happen, end quote. You wait 8 days? Psst, that's weakness. I gotta tell you, I mean, do you think the United States would wait 8 days for, let's say, Chinese planes and drones violating the airspace of the United States of America? 8 days? It was that balloon that was, now they tell us, actually it was not a spy balloon. That's what they said about 3 days or 4 days ago. Actually, it was not a spy balloon, but we shot him down. Why? Because he was violating, I don't know, we didn't like it. Anybody did anything? Got a little bit upset, and that was it. But here, the Defense Ministry spokesman added that Pyongyang will take actions to prevent Washington's reckless acts. So that appeared to be a reference to North Korea's 1969 downing of a U.S. Navy reconnaissance plane the Americans said was in international airspace between the Korean Peninsula and Japan, killing all 31 people abroad. So that was in 1969. What do you think will happen now? So yeah, he's going to do that. I'm convinced, but you wait 8 days if that's true. Always ask if that's true. If it's true, how do you know it's true? That's the next question. And in this case, these guys say, hey, back off. We're going to shoot you down like we did in 1969. And you did squat. What are you going to do? You think if North Korea blows up an airplane in its airspace or a drone, do you think that it's going to start an attack? No, he's just going to say, well, see, we've been under attack. We can do this. We might do this. See, Japan, buy more weapons. Hey, we're going to take control of more of your island. You too, South Korea, be afraid. See, that's the bad dude. You need me here. Let me take over more than I am. Taiwan, we're going to deploy troops. You need it. Those guys are bad because if remember the domino theory, if that falls into that kind of camp, China would follow. China would follow, and so on. So, yeah, send more planes, and this will happen. The Russians were, I don't want to say nice, but they didn't shoot those things down, even though they could have done it, the drones over the Black Sea and in Syria. These guys will not go in. They're not going to do that. They're going to be straight, boom, bang, bye-bye. And then you're going to see these guys being... Oy vey! You'll see. And they already call it escalation, right? The ramp up, whatever there was a term they used here. Let me find the weasel term. The tensions, ramping up the tensions. So the North Koreans are ramping up the tension because they fly drones and reconnaissance planes by California coast. Right? Imagine if the Koreans would be able to do the same thing to the Americans. I think the Americans would be like, Wow! Shoot them down the first attempt. And they should. If someone violates your airspace, that's the reason why that's your airspace. Because within that demarcation, if someone comes over, cannot have good intention. That's a straight assumption. Make contact, warn them, bam bam, and never see you again. So, but that should work in all instances, like not only for the Americans or the French or for Russians, we all should have that. Like someone steps on your property, what are you going to do? The same thing. You warn the person, you urge the person get out, and if they don't, then up to you what you're going to do next. Yeah, call the authorities. Excuse me. Yes. Wait, guy. Wait. Put that down. We have an intruder here. Yes. He's armed. Yeah, he pointed at my eye, my right eye, right here. Okay, put it back a little bit. Yeah, you're gonna do that? You do that. You do that. I will not do that. I will just not even call. We don't call police. You see those signs? Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.